Good evening, Zena family. We have with us the storyteller, Rashmi Kaushik. Rashmi, welcome to this heart-to-heart chat at Zena family.
Thank you, Sandhya, for this warm welcome.
I'd like to start off by giving everybody a glimpse into who this wonderful person who's with us today, Rashmi Kaushik. She's the author, not just of one book, many, many books. So we'll go into that in depth. Author and the founder of the Story Studio. She's a passionate storyteller. She transforms everyday moments into some memorable tales, and from blogging to books, exploring human emotions, relationships, she has done words, she takes words and makes magic out of that and presents the very ordinary things in a very magical way. So welcome to the Heart to Heart show, Rashmi. And today we will talk about not just her books, but we'll also be doing some book reading. And it'll be wonderful to listen to Rashmi. And so I request all our listeners to stay there and listen to this wonderful woman who's written books like The Afternoon Anecdotes, The Green Olive Tree, and that is the one we are going to talk about today. Aren't you going to do the book reading with that? And Signed with Deceit. So lots more. Everything sounds very mysterious. So let's see what all this is about. So welcome to the show, Rashmi. My name is Sandhya Prakash. I'm an author, advisor, and coach. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome Rashmi to the show today. Rashmi,
Yeah,
let's
thank you,
let's have
Sandhya, for this.
you gave me a very small bit of the story studio. So can you
Okay,
tell me what made you a storyteller? And when you were, little, how did you know that you can weave stories so well? When did you get to know?
okay. Since I was 8 year old, I was a voracious reader, and I told my dad, like, "आप मेरी birthday मत celebrate करो. Whatever money you want to spend on that, you buy me books." So he laughed. He said, "Don't worry, I'll buy you books also, and you celebrate your birthday also." So I was that crazy for reading. And I used to write short stories for Tinkle magazine. You must have heard of Tinkle magazine. हमारे time पे आती थी.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So उसके लिए I used to write stories and letters to the editor. There was a magazine in I am born and brought up in Kolkata. So there was a magazine called Telegraph. जैसे आजकल हम लोग की वो brunch आती थी. I think that is stopped.
Right.
So Telegraph magazine was something like that. So I used to read that magazine and write letters to the editor. So that was my first this thing into writing. Then marriage happened. I got married to a Fauji and I traveled all around India. Then kids happened. So somehow, somewhere, I lost that touch of writing. And when my kids grew up, like I used to read out a story to my kids every day in the night because I felt, जैसे बच्चे अगर the more they'll read, they'll again inculcate the habit of reading.
Sure.
So I used to read out a story to them every night. And then they also grew up. They got busy with their school books, their college, everything. So then I thought, why not I start my passion again? And since my kids had grown up, I mean, उनको बैठा के storytelling तो होता नहीं है. So then I started this venture in my society. I named it the Story Studio. And I've got kids ranging from 6 to 10 year olds. So I sit down with them, I read out stories to them, I make them read. They curate small stories. So that's how the Story Studio came up.
Oh, how wonderful, how wonderful. You reminded me of my bachpan as well. And
Okay.
somehow, nobody ever gifted me dolls when I was growing up. They
Okay.
would just buy books and give me. And we had all cousins and mamas, mummies, whoever came home would bring a
Okay.
book. And then we had these Amar Chitra Kathas. So
Yeah.
every time dad would go out of, we grew up in this small town called Narora in UP. And that place didn't have much. Okay, so just
Okay.
school textbooks and stuff. But he would go to Delhi on work, he'd go to Mumbai on work, and that time it was Bombay. Yeah. So then when he would come back, the only deal was he has to bring books for us to read.
Okay.
Okay, so I completely resonate with you. And then, yes, life takes over. So, but I'm so happy that you are doing the storytelling for the little ones. It's so important to keep that curiosity alive, that
Mm.
oral tradition of saying something and listening. There's so much
Right.
of social media these days that everybody reads with the eyes and watches with the eyes on a blue screen. So kudos to you for doing this. How many
Thank
kids
you
are
so much.
there at Story Studio? How many you'd have touched by now?
So you won't believe it. I started with one single child,
Oh,
and for 1 year, I had that child coming over. And then the word of mouth, because I'm staying in a society where there are 300 to 400 families. So
right.
the word went around, and people asked, Acha, okay, will you take my child also? So now I've got about 5 to 6 kids coming.
Lovely, lovely. And this makes heart happy, when
Yeah.
you see the light in their eyes, I'm sure, I'm sure. So, tell me a little about your first book on Amazon, which is Afternoon Anecdotes. A little about that, and then we'll go on to the next one.
Okay. So initially, like writing a book was, I mean, it's very difficult. So I thought, kaise karenge? So I took part in a few anthologies. So when then I got the idea ki, acha, anthology is like, okay, you ask other writers for their story and you just have to edit them and then give it to the editor and he'll publish it. So I thought, ki, why not? I'll start an anthology. But that was hard work because it was not just collecting stories from people. I had to collect stories, edit them, refine them. I had a lot of fight with the authors because unka content change karte hain. People have given me passages where when I've changed the content, gone, vented. He said, "Ma'am, आप मेरा हमारा content कैसे change कर सकते?" I said, "No, I have to because it is not right. It's grammatically incorrect." So
Mhm.
anyway, then I learned how to design a book, curate a book, and once I knew the nuances of making a book, then I thought, why not write a solo book? So that's how Green Olive Tree came in. Hello?
Yes, very,
Yeah.
very nice. Starting, you spoke about the editor thing, right?
Yeah.
So, even an editor or anybody else touching anybody else's artwork is like sacrilege. So
Yeah,
people don't
actually.
like it, even if it is an artist, and you feel this art should be like this after it comes on, and you add a few colors, it's not done, right?
Yeah,
So I can
right, right.
imagine what even grammatical error correction would have been for you. But tell me a little bit more before we dive into the book about your Fauji life and your biggest learning having got married to Fauji that you mentioned. What is your biggest learning which you would like others to know from that lifestyle? Because it doesn't look like you were from a Fauji family before marriage.
Right. So married to a Fauji officer, it was, uh, initially what I thought, ki, what I'd heard from the neighborhood aunties, ki, acha, you have coffee mornings and you deck up in chiffons and pearls and go and enjoy your coffee. But it was not that. My husband went out on sailing and I had to manage the house alone. And when kids happened, that time also he was sailing. So, with small kids, husband not around, in laws not staying, it was really difficult. But what I have learned in the forge was that the whole unit is there for you. I mean, if your child is not well and your husband is not around, I don't have to worry because somebody or the other is there. Acha, they'll take me to the hospital. In fact, in my memoirs, I have written a story about my miscarriage, and my
Okay.
husband was not there when I had it before my firstborn. Another Fauji's wife, she took me to the hospital and she took care. So, I mean, that's what.
So
Forge is all about.
the
Yeah,
community just stays with you.
right,
It's like your family.
right.
Wow, very nice. We all crave for that, and that's how, in today's world, it is so. It's not just the family, but the extended family is more of a family and friends and many
Right.
such good communities. We are also blessed. I used to live abroad and then came afresh to India. To form a community at this time was tough, but
Okay.
yeah, thanks to the Lord out there, we have a very, very beautiful community here as well. So wish you
Okay.
good luck, and I hope your community grows more and more now that wherever you are right now. So tell me about where you are right now. You said you're born in Kolkata. So where are
Yeah,
you
I was
right now?
right now I'm in Noida, and my husband had taken a voluntary retirement from the Indian Navy. So he's with a private firm. He's working with British Aerospace, and we reside in Noida.
Okay. So are you able to build a community, or the storytelling studio, or this, is an effort to build a community for children?
Yes, I can, because it's a huge society, and there are lots of families, and there are small kids around. So I've been able to build that community. I take
Awesome.
classes. I also take creative writing and grammar classes for kids. So
Nice.
that all comes in studio. It's reading, comprehension, writing, storytelling, making them write stories. So that's all about.
और ये केवल इंग्लिश में है कि हिंदी की कहानियां भी सुनाते हैं?
No, English,
Fully
because
English.
I that command over that language is a little better.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. Very nice. So let's dive into your book, The
Okay.
Green Olive Tree. Okay. So please give the blurb. We have this blurb at the back of the book and
Yeah.
a small summary. And then if you would like to share with the viewers at Zena the a couple of pages, so maybe a small paragraph from one chapter, and then we'll talk
Okay.
about it.
Okay. So this book is a collection of stories that explore different aspects of life, including friendship, the special bond between mother and daughter, the importance of gratitude towards life's blessings. And each story dwells into the emotions, complexities of these themes, offering a unique perspective about life. And I guess readers, they'll find themselves drawn into a world where relationships are tested and memories are made and lessons are learned. So that's the short gist of the book. There are short stories, and they all are from my life. So I've made them into a story.
Wonderful, wonderful. Can we have you read out uh, something that you want to share from the book?
Yeah, all the stories are very close to my heart, but the closest one is the title of the story is From Bhabiji to Ma'am. So that's like my life from a housewife to an author.
Please go ahead.
So should I read just somewhere from the beginning,
Oh no,
or
it's up to you. Whatever you want to share from that which the viewers would love to hear. It's something from your heart.
okay? So I'll just share this two small paragraphs which are intertwined, so
Sure,
the readers will be able to relate.
sure.
I found solace in writing, a way to express the whirlwind of emotions that lived inside me. As the days turned into weeks and then months, I found myself stealing moments away from my chores to write. My family noticed the change in me, how my eyes sparkled with a newfound passion. It was my husband who encouraged me to take a leap of faith to pursue my dream of becoming an author. And I found my voice as an author weaving tales of love, loss, and redemption. Each story was a piece of me because they all are from my life. So each story was a piece of me, and I stepped out of my comfort of my home and the world, where initially it was just a cocoon of my household chores, my kids, my in laws. But I stepped out from that comfort zone, and the kitchen still held the aroma of freshly baked food. But my family, they stood by me, proud of the woman I'd become. My husband would smile and say, I always knew you had a story to tell. So I had rejections from publishers, and there were times when I thought कि नहीं मेरे से नहीं होगा. But my husband was like a rock support and a very dear friend of mine. She pushed me. She's an architect. She has her own company. But she groomed me into an author. She used to tell me that you can write. I said, no, I cannot write. And she said, I'll help you. Imagine she's an architect. She has her own company, which has I mean, millions of turnover. And she used to sit in the office and proofread my work. And she used to tell me कि ये ना ठीक नहीं लिखा है. ये आपने the end is hanging in the air. So and there were times she scolded me also. क्या लिखा है? Stop writing. You cannot become an author. So इतना वो डांटती थी. But then she really held my hand, and my husband supported me. My kids were there. So that's how I came. I'm here.
Wonderful, wonderful. You know, you always need that wind beneath your wings.
Yeah.
And I think you had two for either side of your wings, right?
Right.
And
Right.
kudos to your friend for doing this for you, because otherwise you don't find that means of expression, finding the light of day. You know, it
Yeah.
just remains as a dream inside, or it will be a blog, or you will just write a few stories and you'd be done. So
Right.
wonderful, wonderful. What about another chapter? Anything else that you want to pick from the book? Another one that you want to read?
I would like to, but then I would like to talk about your book also, Sandhya.
Okay, let's do that. Why not? Yeah,
So, as I had gone through your profile, so you are an author of the book Shifting Sands of Saudi,
that's right.
and that's I believe, an expat's account.
That's right.
And I've seen that you have many feathers in your cap. You're a martial arts practitioner, and you practice music as a discipline of expression, and you're an author and a coach. I mean, really, I was really impressed by your bio.
Oh,
And what I mean, whatever role you follow, so I could sense that each role refines one's question. That in this complex world, I mean, human relationships, navigating human relationships, and the world is very difficult.
correct.
So, in this complex world, how does one live and lead a life with compassion and clarity? I mean, what's your take on that, relating to your book and life?
So first I'll just talk about life in general, right?
Okay.
And you mentioned two words there, compassion and clarity, right? So we are searching, it is a lifelong search for
Okay.
who I am not, why we are here, what is the purpose of our life. Then it is a complete search. So, in order to get clarity in life, we continue to explore and we continue to keep doing things. But
Right.
even after you figure that you have to be something, when once when you're clear, I don't think anybody is ever clear till the end when the body drops. Okay, but
Right.
having said that, um so clarity, now this clarity or movement towards clarity, it is a journey, so we are all trying to go towards that, finding the clear light,
Yeah.
when it is shining bright in front of you. So different facets of our life are hidden and they are blocked inside when we come, so that's why we are searching, right? So we are looking. So when I write, I'm looking for a different perspective of the same person towards that light, using that as when I sing, then it is another way where you connect. But what I have found
Mhm.
is, when you do anything with a lot of compassion, you sing with compassion, you connect to the other heart.
Yeah.
So
Right.
just like this show is named Heart to Heart, the whole purpose of life is to be able to connect to oneself and
Yeah.
to connect to the person right in front. That's it. And if we do that in every moment, every interaction, every day, morning to night, then it is like you will be so energetic and so capable of expanding time to do more and more and more. So that's why when people tell me sometimes that Sandhya, ye kya hai tum ye sab kaise kar leti ho? You know, how do you do so many things? So it is a combination, like you said, of seeking clarity with compassion every moment of the day. Okay. It is not so when you're tired, you recognize you're tired. So go take a walk, be with yourself, go inward, meditate, do whatever makes you happy. But then again, you come
Right.
out and shine. So it's like
Hmm.
एक चिड़िया होती है ना, तो रात को
Yeah.
वो यहाँ वहाँ नहीं घूमती है. Mostly they go back to the nest, and then but next morning again they are like
Yeah. Right.
ready when the sun is just coming up and then sings its own song. It doesn't wait for anybody to appreciate it or tell you, yeah, yeah, you're singing well. No, no. So when you do
Right.
that, then it becomes a very, very beautiful world full of compassion and connection. Yeah. So I have a hashtag called Join the Dots with Sandhya. So
Okay.
it's just about joining the dots. So entire life is will be crystal clear the moment your breath leaves your body. By joining the dots in your life, you'll know why you came in and why you're going. So that's my philosophy of life. But yeah, this was a very so this is the book. So can you show me your book as well, please?
Yeah. Sure.
I haven't seen the cover,
So
huh?
that's the
So
green
the
olive
green
tree.
olive tree, wonderful. In fact, olive trees are a big part of the Middle East, you know. So you
Okay.
have, yeah, all the places right up to Spain and Portugal. You have a lot of olive trees which are there in Tunisia and
Right. Right.
places. So we were in this country called Saudi Arabia, and till date, nobody, I think, has written from an expat point of view the times of Saudi Arabia in the 1990s. So till 78, 79, the country was very free. It was like any other part of the world, the country. But then
Okay.
there was a certain amount of oil that was found and black gold. And then after that, the rabid form of uh, the Islam, which was Wahhabism, came into being, and the society was very restrictive, not only to
Okay.
women, but men and so on and so forth. But
Okay.
having said that, we lived there for 11 years. We had a fantastic time. We built a community amongst all the people, Indians, expats. Yeah, and I wanted to share that history in writing from an Indian expat's perspective because that country has changed now 360
Okay.
degree 180 degree. It has gone the other way. Okay, it has become like rest of the
Right.
world. So the Middle East people know only Dubai, but people
Hmm.
wouldn't have gone to Saudi because they never used to even allow too many people to come. So only business people used to come. So this is 20 stories, yeah, of
Okay.
um, yeah, based on my life and also a lot of friends' lives to document history in the right form of how that
Okay.
society was. Okay, so I will just open a page and just read a para. Maybe
Yeah.
then I will see what comes. I'm not planning to do any specific reading.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Um, this one is, oh yeah. Okay, so I'll tell you a background of this, okay?
Okay.
The protagonist in this is called Sakshi, so in the book.
Okay.
And Sakshi was again a name that just popped up when I was deep diving into writing this. Sakshi means witness. So somebody who's witnessed the life there. Okay, so Sakshi. So in in the Saudi Arabian world, this is the time of Ramadan, right? So during Ramadan, there would be nobody would be allowed to eat in public. So even you
Okay.
couldn't drink water in public. So though it used to be like hot summers, nobody is allowed to drink water, no eating. Whereas now things have changed. Even in Dubai, restaurants are open and things like that. So it was one of
Uh,
those times when Sakshi was traveling into the uh, uh, to Riyadh, a city. And so that is one chapter. I just wanted to make that mention because it is the time of Ramadan. But this particular chapter is called The Wedding, the dress up,
okay.
part one. Okay. So there are two parts to the story. The wedding. So this is a Saudi wedding that Sakshi meant to attend. And so this is a paragraph from that. Sakshi knew Mariam as a dedicated student who completed all her tasks and submitted her coding programs in time. Mariam was extremely loving and respectful to Sakshi and adorned quiet confidence. Mariam had once confided in Sakshi that she would complete her bachelor's and go to the US for further studies, come back, and take care of her father's business. Mariam's family was into furniture business. The ambition and ability of Saudi girls was something Sakshi was so happy to know and support. She tried explaining this aspect of Saudi women to many people outside the country, but they would never believe her. Sakshi looked into the rearview mirror and smiled. She was looking good. She was all set for the wedding. Sakshi was very happy. She gave herself this moment of self love. She looked forward to the Saudi wedding adventure. Mustafa caught the smile of Madam. Mustafa is the driver, so women couldn't drive in that country. So always there was Mustafa, the driver. And on his rearview mirror, as he asked for exact directions to his new location, Sakshi took out the printout from her purse and began guiding Mustafa. Because we didn't have mobile phones, we didn't have Google, we didn't have,
Yeah.
so we had to take a printout of that and then go to the wedding. And the wedding was so amazing. It was like women separate and men separate. There's no
Acha.
mixture of men and women in the same room. So that
Okay.
story on the Saudi wedding is very unique, which, when you pick up the book and you read, I encourage people who are going to the Middle East to please read Shifting Sands of Saudi. Oh, thank you for that,
I would love
Rashmi.
to read it.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So let me come to the concluding section of our
Okay.
talk today. Okay. So, Rashmi, you are in Noida right now, which is
Right.
part of Uttar Pradesh, though it is close to Delhi. Noida is UP, and I grew up in Bulandshahr, which is about, I think, three hours from Ghaziabad and Noida, and
No,
the
no,
south.
now it's, I guess, just 1 hour
Or
because of
maybe,
this
maybe, maybe.
uh, new
Ha,
roads
so
and all.
the roads are much better. Yes, yes, yes,
Because
yes.
we keep going to Khurja.
Oh, you do? Oh, the place where you find fantastic ceramic pottery.
Pottery, yes. All our dinner set and everything is from there.
Oh, my parents' house, we still have the खुरजा का mug जहाँ जिसमें
Okay.
coffee, hot chocolate पीते थे हम.
Okay.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. So very nice. So let's just talk about this state called UP. And what do you think is, see, you're from the army side. I'm from a civil side. I've not lived here. I've come back. I've come back from Dubai, which is so well developed, okay, in a
It's
short span
beautiful.
of time.
I've visited Dubai.
Okay,
It's really beautiful.
correct. So how can UP go to that level? And I can see that in my recent visits to various cities in UP, there is a lot of development happening. Can you
Right.
share what you are seeing there on the ground and how is it happening so quickly? Is this on the right direction? What should other states do? Can you comment on that?
So the first thing which I really like about Noida is the greenery. I
Okay.
mean, in Delhi and Gurgaon side, greenery is not there. Lots of trees and plants and everything. It's a totally green belt. So that is the beautiful part of Noida. And we also have this Jewar Airport, so which has started its operations, I guess. So that's very close to our house, the
Is
International
it built?
Jewar Airport.
Is it
So that
built
is
or?
there, and development keeps happening very fast.
Mm.
So that's really the best part of Noida.
And UP, do you travel nowadays? Because I remember when we used to travel, there used to be UP roadways, and Narora के लिए तो एक गाड़ी आती थी with all the newspapers, and that गाड़ी would go back. So we would just travel back to Delhi if needed in that car. And the roads were pathetic. It was like up and down. How is it
They
now?
were pathetic. So, like, my husband is from Saharanpur. So, when we used to go to Saharanpur, it used to take us 5 to 6 hours. And with this new roads coming up and everything, it hardly takes us 3.5 hours. So
Wonderful.
that is the difference which has been made in the last 15 years.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I know. It's a pleasure. We also traveled Prayagraj, that Purvanchal Expressway, various areas, and I was so amazed to see the development that has happened now. So
And
thank you.
yesterday, I think the inauguration of the metro from Delhi to Meerut has also taken place.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just yesterday
Wow.
it took place.
So that means
So
how
that is
many
another
hours?
feather in the cap.
So it must have cut down by half now to Merit.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow, wow. I remember going there to play table tennis at the state level along with my
Okay. So
sister.
you're a
So
table tennis player also. I mean, how
yeah,
many
I was,
accolades you have?
I,
Seriously.
I was.
I
So
mean,
now,
you're a
आजकल तो खेलते ही नहीं. I wish now that
martial
we are.
arts, music, author, life coach,
नहीं 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 नहीं,
sports.
गाना गाना
Really
गाना
admirable.
एक बनता है. With your permission, I'm going to
बिल्कुल
dedicate one
बिल्कुल. I
song
would.
to you.
I
एक कोई
think
फेवरेट है?
one of
फेवरेट
the
है
chats,
आपका?
I'd heard it.
हाँ, फेवरेट है आपका कोई गाना?
मेरा मेरा फेवरेट तो वैसे तो बहुत सारे हैं, बट अभी रिसेंटली आई जस्ट री सॉ दैट मूवी निकाह.
हम्म.
तो उसका जो वो गाना है ना, फजा भी है रवा रवा.
हाँ, वेरी नाइस. चलो, हो जाए आपके लिए. Okay, and then with that
थैंक यू.
we'll close the show. So I'll just sing a
या
little bit of that.
नो नो, प्लीज सिंग एटलीस्ट वन पैरा.
One
द
para.
मुखड़ा एंड द अंतरा.
देखती हूँ मुझे जो याद है. श्योर.
ठीक है.
फजा भी है जवा जवा, हवा भी है रवा रवा, सुना रहा है ये समा, सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां, हर एक पल को ढूंढता, हर एक पल चला गया, हर एक पल फिर आपका, न दूर है न पास है, ये खेल धूप छाँव का, ये कुर्बतें ये दूरियां, सुना रहा है ये समा, सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां, फजा भी है रवा रवा, हवा भी है जवा जवा. मैंने वर्ड्स मिस कर दिए, बट थैंक यू सो मच फॉर
No, it
मेकिंग.
was beautiful.
थैंक यू
Beautiful.
थैंक यू
In
थैंक यू.
fact, this is one thing I always wanted to learn, but I don't have the voice for singing.
नहीं नहीं,
But I
प्रैक्टिस
love
कीजिए.
listening to music.
एवरीबॉडी आई बिलीव कैन सिंग विद प्रैक्टिस. तो विश यू गुड लक इन
But you were
एक्सप्लोरेशन ऑफ योर
awesome.
सेल्फ.
Absolutely awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And it was lovely chatting with you. I wish
Same
your
here. Same
book
here.
and all your writing ventures and story studio all the very best. Please reach out to more and more and more people. And may the youngsters start being creative. You have any closing words for the Zena family, please? And all our listeners who are going to be listening to this?
Yes, definitely. Zena family, I was introduced to by Dr. Harshali Singh, a very dear friend of mine, and she's an accomplished author. And again, I mean, really a person I look up to because she's a painter, she's an author, she's a member judge of the Consumer Forum, and she looks up that she's an occupational therapist. So she's got so many beautiful shades in her personality. So
Oh,
she
we had a
introduced me to
lovely
Zen.
time talking to her last time. Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So she introduced me to Zena family, and Rajiv Bhaiya. has been really a good support. I mean, he introduced me to you, so it was lovely talking to you and knowing about you. So with Zena family, I will try to get more and more friends to join this family, because I can see it's like जैसे एक परिवार होता है ना, उसमें अलग अलग दिस थिंग है वो, there is a group for recipes, there is a group for sharing writing space, for heart to heart talk. So many things are there, so I will try and make more and more friends join this family.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rashmi. Wish you a very, very good year ahead. I think we are just in the second month. So may you write a lot. And thank you for joining the Heart to Heart show today. बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करते हुए.
Same here, thank you so much, lovely connecting with you.
Thank you, जी.
Thank you.